Hello, hello, hello. Today we're going to be talking about how to improve your batting practice routine. Some people make the catastrophic mistake of just swinging as hard as they can in batting practice and trying to hit the ball as far as they can. I can attest and I'm living proof that that does not help you in the game. If you want to be a good hitter, your job is to handle as many different types of pitches and types of pitches in the zone location that you can possibly handle for power, not just one small location only. It's very, very hard to do, and you want to give yourself a higher chance to hitting more pitches and be successful with more of the field, not just one small location of the field. I'm all for having fun in BP. It's okay to add a round where you're trying to see who can hit it as far as they can and hit it over the fence. That's all fun and games. But just know your job as in a hitter is pitch recognition. So you want to see it and then decide. Hitting the ball as far as you possibly can does not help you seeing it and deciding it as much as it does being precise about where the pitch is at and how to hit it. I would recommend in batting practice to always start off hitting the ball hard to the backside. If you're righty, that's the second baseman or right center gap, and if you're lefty, it's to the shortstop or left center gap. This is important because this is very hard to do sometimes. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's much harder. In order to hit that outside pitch hard to the backside, there are a lot of things that have to work in synchronicity with each other and have to go perfect. In order to hit the ball to the backside with power, you have to see the ball slightly deeper in the zone. So you have to make contact with that ball slightly deeper than you would if that pitch was down the middle or inside. The difference in depth is usually about the front heel. Okay, so an outside pitch, you want to probably hit that ball around your front heel in depth rather than in front of your front foot or in line with your front foot. Sometimes it can be a little deeper, just depending on where you're standing, or how you're. No, I shouldn't say where you're standing. How your swing mechanics function. But that's a good place to hit it. Is slightly behind the front foot for the outside pitch. In order to let the ball travel deeper, you have to wait on the ball longer. So you have to let the ball travel, and recognize where you're hitting it, and you also have to extend through the ball towards right center. Once you make contact, or I should say opposite field, once you make contact with that outside pitch, your barrel is not done. Your barrel should not be moving back towards your body just yet. After that collision happens, the barrel should be going towards that direction of the opposite field. Okay? It's called extension. Driving through. You want to extend and drive through that ball towards right center field, not right field, right center field. Because you want the more air and you're early related. So in order to do all those three things perfectly, recognize the pitch, see the ball deeper, make better contact, and extend through it to right center. Those are four different things that have to be perfectly aligned and in sync. Some days that's harder to do, some days that's easier. You flip that around and you do pull side, it's easy to pull the ball. You there Especially on game days. Game days, you have to work on pitch recognition and batting practice. Do not just take 8 swings and just be swinging to swing. Make sure the ball's being thrown around and mixed up. It's not in the same spot. Whoever's throwing you BP, throw them in, throw them out, throw them up, throw them down, throw them balls. It's okay to throw balls in batting practice. It's really, really good for the hitter to see balls. That's them working on the recognition, working on the decision. It's not all about your mechanics in the game. It's very, very important to make sound decisions. I played my best when I had the worst BP thrown to me. And I usually play my worst when the guy throwing BP would just serve me up and in. And because if I knew the ball was coming in the same spot, I was taking a more aggressive swing, a more aggressive swing, and a more aggressive swing over. I was getting more and more aggressive because I knew I didn't have to focus on the pitch recognition. And all of a sudden I got a pitch outside low and away, and I would just swing the same way, and I wouldn't hit as well, and I'd pull off. Okay, so you have to work on the decision making and BP skills and BP. That is one of the best ways for you to improve your BP is to have the person throwing to you throw more balls, and specifically have them throw just around the zone. Okay, so just close enough where yeah, you could still hit it, but it's still a ball. Okay, so and then you as a hitter have to understand and lay off of those. Yes, that was a ball. Yes, I may have could have still hit it, but I don't want to swing at it because it's the ball. In the game, that pitch may be even farther. That pitch may break a little bit. That pitch is still going to be harder for me to hit for power in the game. I want to hit for power, so therefore I want to hit strikes and pitches that I were looking to hit. And that's usually the middle of the plate. Very, very important. Do not just grip and rip and BP. Be intentional with your swings. Be intentional with where you want to hit it and your decisions that you're making. If you swing at a ball, say ball. That's the easiest way to implement it. Okay, so in your batting practice routine, say ball at any time, even if you hit the ball 390 feet. Okay, and you smack the ball. You hit the ball however far you want to hit it, and it was still a ball, say ball. Okay, it's not the fact that you hit it well or you didn't hit it well. It's the fact that you're recognizing that it was where it was in the zone. I cannot stress this enough. Just because you hit a zero in batting practice and you hit it for a home run does not mean you should swing at a zero in the game. Because odds are that zero in batting practice and a zero in the game is much harder. That batting practice zero is easy to do. It's much easier, I should say. It's easier to do than it is to hit the zero in the game. And you, as a smart hitter, have to recognize that that is not what you want to be swinging at. You don't want to swing at balls ever. Are you going to swing at balls? Yes. That's okay. But you never, ever, ever want to practice swinging at balls because you don't want to hit those in the game. You want to hit strikes. I know some people don't like this in BP because it makes the guy throw more, and whoever's throwing BP has to throw more balls. But it is what is best for the hitter. Period. Do not have someone throw you BP and just let them serve you up right down the middle every single time. Yes, it's fun. Yes, you can take some harder swings that way and get away with it, but it doesn't implement directly into the game. Now, if you're doing some type of power numbers testing, if you're trying to measure your exit velocity or you're not preparing for the game, then that's okay. Do that. Have it okay. Throw it nice and easy. Let me swing. Let me see how hard I can hit it. Put it right here down the middle. You know, throw me inside, throw me outside. Okay, I'm working on staying close. Throw me outside. I'm working on keeping my hands inside the ball. Throw me inside. That's fine. That's okay. But what I'm trying to emphasize is add pitch selection into your routine. If you swing a ball, verbalize it. Say ball. Make sure that person throwing agrees that that was the ball, or have them, be able to trust them if they a ball. Nope, that wasn't a ball. That was a strike. I think that was a good pitch to hit, blah, 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 or whatever. Okay, so you're adding that next level of critique, that next level of focus to your routine. You're not just gripping and ripping and seeing how far and how hard you can hit it. I would recommend swinging wood in batting practice. Wood has a smaller sweet spot, therefore making batting practice a little bit harder. As long as the batting practice isn't too intense, it should help you with your position of your barrel and your contact. Okay, I'm just a big advocate of wood anytime you can. If you're going to be swinging wood during the season, try to make sure your wood bat is similar in dimensions than your game bat. On game day, you really want to be in tune with the bat that you're swinging, and I would recommend definitely swinging that in the cage or in your batting practice, maybe 50% wood, 50% your game bat or your game bat model. Very important to really get in tune with that exact weight, that exact feel that you're going to be using in the game, but also challenge yourself to where it's a little bit harder to hit a sweet spot. It's a little bit, you have to be a little more precise when it comes to hitting the ball square on the barrel. If you're throwing batting practice, I would recommend adding a lead kick. Okay, lift your knee up as if a pitcher is pitching, and then throw the ball. Doesn't matter your arm slot. You can do whatever type of arm slot you want. But ask the person who's throwing you BP, lift. Can you show me a leg kick? It really makes a difference. I was a big fan of this when I played, and I just thought this helped me so much. So as I'm coaching and then when I'm giving lessons, I always show a leg kick. I think it makes a very big difference, and it's closer to what the realistically is going to look like in the game, right? The pitcher's going to lift his leg up. You know, that's going to happen. So I would recommend doing that to your batting practice routine, adding that leg kick. And if you're hitting in your batting practice routine, I would recommend hitting low line drives as hard as you possibly can. Okay? You're swinging this very hard, very aggressive and violent swings, but you're handling the pitch perfectly. So if it is middle in, you're hitting it left center gap for a righty. If you're a lefty, middle in, you're hitting right center gap. If it's right down the middle, you're hitting it straight to center field. You're being very precise with how you're handling the pitch. Okay? You're not taking the pitch down the middle and hitting it down the line. That does not give you a lot of room for error in the game. The middle away pitch, you're hitting it hard to right center. In batting practice, you're not swinging at balls ever, and you're hitting laser missiles that are low and straight. You don't want your ball tailing or hooking either side to side in batting practice. You really want to hit that ball straight and low as you possibly can. I would recommend just absolutely obsessing over the barrel, hitting it perfectly on the barrel, perfectly on the barrel, 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 barrel in batting practice. Okay, you're trying to find that barrel and you're hitting it in a low line drive angle based off of where it is located in the zone precisely. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. I hope this information was useful to you. I hope that you are able to implement this information into your own game, and I hope that you can use this for yourself, for your teammates, for your players, for your family, and I hope that you're able to share this information. I made this, and I want this in a way that's shareable, that people don't just keep this to themselves, but they share it to the teammates and help others improve as well. Please let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. I can handle constructive criticism. I really enjoy reading the comments. Every comment is read, and I appreciate your all opinion. This is my opinion. This is what I've seen work, and this is what I have learned. And from my professional experience and from my collegiate experience, this is what has worked for me, and this is what I know to be true from what my teachings and from the athletes that I've seen implement this information themselves. As always, God bless.